Crypto has made me a lot of money, but crypto has also wrecked me hard. And I could have done way better if I knew these 5 things that I know right now. So let's get right into them so you do not have to make the same mistakes as I did. And all I ask in return is if you want to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, because I'm here every day in the bear market and I will still be here with you in the bull market. Number 1 is patience. It sounds boring because most people expect crypto to be the place where it all happens overnight. They don't want to be in stocks. They don't want to be in real estate. They don't want to be in any sort of traditional finance because they think crypto can make them millionaire overnight. While in reality, that doesn't happen to most people. If you look at the cycles for Bitcoin, it's mostly 2.5 years of sideways slash down and 1.5 years of upwards movements. And you're only going to be benefiting these upwards movements if you have been preparing in the years where it went down and sideways. So if you missed out on that already, then this is going to do nothing for you. We are now in the phase where we go down slash sideways. So things are very boring in crypto, therefore nobody is watching this channel. Therefore, crypto is likely to bottom in around this area because nobody pays attention when we bottom. That's the reason why we bottom. So if you are here, really pat yourself on the shoulder because you're doing a great job by just paying attention in the first place. So when everything is looking bad and boring, please realize that in this cycle it was looking bad and boring as well. In this cycle it was looking bad and boring as well. And what always happened after that bad and boring movement? A big move to the upside. So please don't get out of crypto now that we're here. Get out of crypto once we are here. Number 2, influencers don't know shit, including myself. We can all pretend that we know what's going to happen, while in reality, there is nobody that knows what's going to happen. The only way to find out what's the most likely outcome is to look at the charts, look what the statistics say, what the averages are, and make your best guess. But you cannot predict what's going to happen. And if you happen to have it right, then it's because of luck and not because you can know it already. And on Twitter, on YouTube, you will find a lot of these influencers that say, hey, I don't know what this is, but they say, hey, this is a line, this is what Bitcoin does now. Well, this had a line right here, and this is what Bitcoin did back then, so we'll probably do that again. That's not really how it works. And the same goes when it comes to altcoins. A lot of influencers, they talk about altcoins and some will do fine, but I have bought a lot of coins that are mentioned by influencers in the last bull run. My $5,000 is now worth 50 cents on a lot of these altcoins. So please don't listen too much to them. Just use other people as a part of your research. They say do your own research, make it a part of it, but don't depend completely on that. Number 3, ignore the news. News doesn't matter. The only thing that news does is make you very emotional. If we get some good news, it makes you YOLO into the crypto market. And if we get some bad news, it will make you YOLO out of the crypto market. While in reality, the price does what the price does. And what the reason is, whatever, who cares? If we, for example, take a look at the Ripple news. Ripple won the lawsuit against the SEC. Many XRP holders were waiting on this for years, saying their bag will wait for the lawsuit to be over. The lawsuit was over and XRP jumped from 47 cents all the way to $1 almost. But just a couple of weeks later, we are exactly back at where we were and nothing has changed at all. It's the market that has to play out. If we get some good news, if you want to trade that news, that's risky, you can do it. And it had a, the chart did a lot, right? The chart went double, like that's kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We are at the exact same level as where we were 1.5 years ago. Same case goes, for example, for the BlackRock ETF. Everybody was expecting an ETF and the price went parabolic. Oh, it went up. And it stayed there. But then some news came out that it's all delayed and it got sold off again. And now we are exactly where we were like half a year ago, and even if you scroll it back even further, more than 1.5 years ago. So it all doesn't matter. The price does what the price does. The cycle has to play out, therefore pay attention to the Bitcoin halving, and it's not necessarily that the halving itself has such an impact, but it is very cyclical. The S&P, for example, is as well. Bitcoin is nothing different, and what the news is that's going to affect the price, again, who cares? Number 4, altcoins and their previous all-time highs. This will completely wreck you, because a lot of people say, if this coin goes back to its all-time high, I'm making a so and so much X. Well, it won't. And there's one very simple reason for that, because of token inflation. For example, let's take a look at Illuvium that I have here on my screen. Illuvium is now sitting at $40. And a lot of people, they look at the chart and they be like, well, if it goes back to $1,800, man, I will make more than a 40x on it. But that's actually not the case if you look at the market cap, because the market cap is just sitting 4x from the all-time high. How come? A lot of more tokens are in circulation right now. This can give you a very deceived perspective on what some altcoins may do in the next bull run. I'm not saying that it's for this particular altcoin not possible to go back to its all-time high, but based on the previous all-time high, it is not going to happen. For Illuvium to go back to these prices, for example, it has to do a 40x also in market cap, and that's a lot higher than where it came from. And number 5, altcoins will not make you rich if you do not apply the first 4 key points that I've just mentioned. A lot of people on Twitter, they say, hey, this altcoin is going 100x and this one. Okay, even if it does, they never tell you from where. Like some people, they might say, well, you know, XRP could do a 10x. Okay, from the current prices, it will bring it to $4. But is it actually going to 10x in the first place? And from where? Because if it's going to do a 10x from here, it's $4.80. Yeah, okay. But if it's going to go to 30 cents first, it can do a 10x, and then you only need a $3 XRP, for example. And that's one of the things that a lot of people have a lot of problems with, thinking that the sky is the limit and it's up only, and that it doesn't matter where you buy, and that the news is going to be great, and that your favorite influencer is talking about the coin that you like, so you're gonna ape into it. Study the cycles. Download TradingView. It's free. You can get a pro plan, but in first instance, it's free. Look how the cycles behave. Look at the Bitcoin dominance. Is the Bitcoin dominance going up? Then forget about a potential alt season. That's not happening right now. Look at the total 3, the altcoin market, which is basically making new lows as we speak. Look at the total 3 divided by the Bitcoin market cap to see how altcoins actually are performing against Bitcoin, which is currently not so great. And then make up your mind and slowly dollar cost the bottom range. I'm not saying try to time the bottom, but I'm definitely not saying, you know, just dollar cost your whole way down in the hope that it goes up someday and you maybe play even or make a little profit, because that's even more stupid. But that's what people say, just dollar cost and it will be okay. That's a very good alternative for saying, hey, I don't know how to look at charts and I'm gonna just buy something and hope for the best. Please do not use crypto as your casino, because it's actually, you know, asking from you to be far more strategic than that. If you have a small amount you would like to gamble with, go ahead, gamble with it, but don't throw shit at the wall hoping something sticks. You actually have to use a little bit of your brains. It's quite hard for some people, but I know you can do it. So like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and let's do this together, guys. Take care.